What's up, Internet? I'm Aries Van Dam, and I have a new dating horror story for you. I told you I was getting content. so, uh, this girl, we met on, I think it was on Tinder actually, um, and she was really weird. She was kind of, she was, I almost didn't go meet her because her pictures were not. It was one of those where if I showed you this girl that I was going to meet, you'd be like, "Oh, that's nice of you." Like their pictures were that bad. She did not look good in her pictures, but I just went because I was bored and didn't have anything going on, so I went. And so we hung out in her. She was staying in a hotel room because she said she worked for a hotel, and it was a hotel. It wasn't a motel. So I went and hung out with her at her hotel room, and we had booty time, whatever. And really nice. Like, granted, she has a butterface. And I'm about to make a compilation where I address butterfaces because that used to be a negative connotation to that word. But now a butterface at least means you're working out. I'll take a butterface. Look here. I don't look at your face that much when we're doing it anyway. The rest of the stuff's much more important. I'll take a butterface all day long. I don't. It was more of like butter teeth. Like she had jack o' lantern teeth, like just like we like pointing out and shit. Like her orthodontist, whoo, he has work ahead of him. But whatever. She had a very good body, like amazing body. She was flat chested, which I don't care about big boobs. As you get older and you start to watch what gravity does to them, not as big a deal. It's nice when you see a nice pair, but most of the time when you see big ones, it looks like they're looking at the floor. Like it's because gravity just takes them and just points them down. And I'm just, okay, cool. I'm not that big of a deal. I'm not that big of a boob guy anymore because of gravity and time. So she was perfect for me because she's flat chested, so built for speed, no fat, very good shape, and just jack o' lantern teeth. So I can deal with that. That's where I was looking at. But man, even the crazy ones are stupid as it. I might have to bleep that, but she was stupid as shit. I just got to say it. Like I'm gonna pull up some of the pictures and try and overlay them in here. So I'll be dropping in some pictures of like text messages, but I got to block out her name and stuff. I don't want to dox nobody. But I'm gonna show you some of the just. At one point, she told me she was gonna get up and go outside and call me, and so I was like, okay. And I sat there for like 30 minutes, and so I messaged her back. I'm like, hey, are you calling? Oh, I don't feel like getting out of bed. Well, why'd you tell me you were gonna call me? And then it was. I'll let you see. Just what? So I'm thinking she's on meth because that would explain the teeth. Not really the. Her teeth were clean though. They weren't like dirty like a meth person. That's why it kind of confused me. They were just like pointing in different like outward directions. But I can work it. I can work with it. If I can get a boner for a 250-pound woman, I can get a boner for that. I just look away, look down. That's all you gotta do. Look down. So that's all I was trying to do. But it was just impossible, man. We spent about 5 or 6 hours just trying to talk her into telling me where to go pick her up for our second date. And eventually, she's in a different town than the one she told me. Eventually, she's like, "Well, I'm in New Orleans. Come get me." I'm like, "You said you were in Luling. Like, what are you talking about?" It was all over the place. So she's definitely on drugs of some kind. Because when I asked her, like, "Are you on drugs?" She's like, "Why? What drugs do you think?" Usually, when you ask that, the answer is no. But which drugs does it feel like I'm on? That's a weird question. That's a weird answer to that question. Like if I ask someone, "Are you on drugs?" It's usually no. But if they say, well, "What drugs do you think I'm on?" Well, you're on something. So we just haven't found out what yet. So I'm still doing a little bit of research on this one. So I'm kind of making this video a little bit too early. So I'm hoping she don't see it because yeah, jack o' lantern teeth would be hard to explain on that second date, right? So this is still working. I'm gonna let you know more. I might update y'all a little bit, but yeah, just what the man. Uh she's just some of the things were just so weird, so weird. Like at one point, I mean, I'm not. I'm going to show you some of these so you can see them. But it was just like I was so confused by this argument I was in. Uh, where's it at? Jesus. Oh, and she'd gotten beaten up by her boyfriend before that, and she was telling me all the stories that night. And I was like, oh man, that's awful. And then yesterday, I was like, oh, I'm starting to understand it. I'm really starting to understand why he had to go to jail for a little bit because she was getting me there. Like, what the? I wasn't gonna hit her. I was gonna maybe spanking, but nothing, nothing violent. Uh, oh yeah, our second date, our first date. She said she had to go meet her boss at 2 in the morning, but we were at a hotel, and she said she worked there, so I didn't make a big deal about it. And she's like, "I gotta go meet him. It's like an hour or two meeting. Can I call you back? Can you come back and get me whenever we finish?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure. Call me." Because the hotel she worked at was like that's like 3 minutes from my house. So I was like, "Okay, yeah, sure, no problem." So I went home, hung out for a little bit, and she never called. I fell asleep, and the next day I called her. What up? She forgot. She forgot. Like I, I just fucked her and she forgot we're in a date. And it went pretty well. She nutted for sure, loudly. But yeah, it's disappointing because the ones that have like something wrong, like a butterface or a butter mouth or whatever you want to call it, they're not fucking a lot of people. So that tip I gave y'all about grip strength, she had grip strength, real good grip strength. Yeah, she was an arm wrestler of the sorts. She had grip. Now, I'm not talking about her arms. You'll have to figure that out for yourself. Oh, but it was like, you ever handshake a really big guy? Like maybe if you met Larry Wheels or like one of these bodybuilders, that's the grip. It 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 felt like she had a little hand in there jerking me off. That's what I was gonna be vulgar about it. That's what it felt like grip. But yeah, you gotta kind of give those a little bit more leeway. I mean, don't simp for them or nothing like that. Believe me, I'm being very mean to her, but you gotta be mean to them. You gotta. If you start being nice, they get all confused. They don't even know what to do. So after I was nice the first day, when she started doing all this shit yesterday, I was just like, I was kind of mean. I didn't do nothing about her looks or nothing, but I did tell her she's acting like a drug addict, and so I don't know if we're gonna even talk today. But if she does, I'll try and work it a little bit because I kind of want to see that grip again. But can't simp for her, so I gotta do it in a way that I can sleep at night, right? Because I can't sleep at night if I simp for a girl. If I just excuse away all her bullshit, it doesn't let me sleep. The voices, no, no. My conscience won't let me sleep. I just feel like uh, like a like a Democrat. When you excuse away a woman's excuses, you feel like a Democrat because that's all they do, and I don't really like that. So I gotta kind of temper my affection for grip against, you know, my propensity to tell people when they're stupid because she's real stupid. And she graduated from Cornell, which she loves to talk about, which is like really frustrating because whenever someone's talking to me about their Ivy League education and they're on meth or whatever she's on, I'm leaning towards meth because of the teeth, but I don't know. Teeth were clean, so it wasn't meth dirty. Like, I don't know, confused, but she's definitely on something. And so it's just difficult because I always want to throw it back in your face. Hey, they teach you how to load a bong at Cornell. So I got to kind of temper that. But yeah, dumb people can graduate Cornell and get on meth, apparently. But she still says no meth. So, but I'll get the truth for you. I always do. So I'll let y'all know in an update. Y'all will get an update to this video most probably. Which, if there's anything, she may just avoid me. Some of the things I said, if she was smart, she'd avoid me. But like I said, I don't think when you have meth teeth, I don't think you have a lot of options. So we'll see. I'll keep you posted. Peace. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna go through some of the pictures here. Okay, so I'm writing out just her face and her name and some of the information. Like if I have location information or address information or a sentence with like stuff that shouldn't be doxing people, I blocked it out. So let's see. I'll just work out. Message you when you can talk. I'm about to call you. Chill. Okay. So you can't see that on the thing here, but did you forget you were going outside to call me? That text message, even though it's right there, it's 30 minutes later. And then it goes 30 minutes ago. So no, I did not. I just haven't gotten up. Like I said, just insane. So the next one, you just told me you were going outside to call me, and 30 minutes later, you haven't moved. I'm glad you aren't a lifeguard. Here I go, bruh. Look, I will hold my breath. Didn't Cornell University have a class on moving your ass? Ugh, 3 more minutes and it would be a whole hour. So it was a whole hour because she didn't call in that 3 minutes. So it was a whole hour. She told me she was going to call me and then sat on her ass for an hour. Just letting the drugs hit her, I guess. I don't know. Wasn't there. So the next one, okay, I don't know what this is picking up, but let's see. Feels like you're on drugs. That is the only thing that makes sense. I am very afraid. I don't want to move in a way that gets me hurt. What kind of drugs? What kind of drugs? No idea, but you aren't acting normal. Stop making things so hard. I think that's where we stopped at the night. Yeah, but there's one more. I went back. These are out of order. And why are you incapable of talking without it taking hours for you to message back? No, I'm not. Don't know what that was replying to. You don't answer when I call or text, and I can't know your address. How is that not shady? Like literally, she didn't want to tell me where she lived, and then she told me after she finally did tell me, she told me she doesn't live there anymore because people live there who want to harm her. She said, "Oh my God, it's so crazy," and it's got to be drugs. So I just wanted to go through these and show you some of the receipts. But I did tell her she was shady repeatedly and told her exactly what. I didn't tell her which drugs because I wasn't quite sure. It really feels a little bit more like opioids, like maybe she's a heroin or something, because she's just lazy. Like she literally laid there all day just making excuses for why she can't do anything. I'll keep y'all posted on this one. Look out for the updates. Oh God. Peace.